What's up, Evan?
I don't know.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
You played a Zelda game that you really liked, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of it?
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay. Now, tell me a few things about what you liked about it.
I liked that you didn't have to do what you were supposed to do. You could explore, discover new things. You could kill new enemies, find new enemies. You could discover new weapons.
What did you think about the weapons?
I thought about the weapons, that it's stupid that they break, and that the Master Sword breaks too, but it takes, I think, 10 minutes for it to recharge.
What was the story for Breath of the Wild?
The story for Breath of the Wild is it's hard to explain.
Did you play as Link?
Yes.
What happened to Link in the beginning?
He slept for 100 years.
And then he woke up, and what happened? What was going on?
And Calamity Ganon took over the castle, and all the champions, Zelda's dad died. And Zelda sacrificed her life for Calamity Ganon. I mean for Link.
Link woke up, and Ganon was there. You had to stop Ganon. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Ganon doing bad stuff, stop Ganon.
Mhm.
There were no champions, there were no divine bees.
There were champions and
Oh, really? Were there?
Yes.
What happened with them?
They got corrupted by Calamity Ganon.
And then you had to fight them?
And I had to fight many Calamity Ganons, like Wind Blight Ganon, Fire Blight Ganon.
So whenever the champions got corrupted, why did you have to only fight the divine beasts? They got corrupted and then they died, or what?
They didn't die. They just got controlled by Ganon.
Them?
The divine beasts were machines. There was part of Calamity Ganon inside of them, and there was bosses that you had to fight. But you get a power and a heart container every time you beat one. And there's 4. And the elephant one is Mifa's Grace. It makes it whenever you die, you get bring back to life. And another one is Arbos's Fury. That one you get from the giraffe. It makes it whenever you charge up with your stamina, it makes it where it does more damage to enemies. The last memory is about Calamity Ganon corrupting, and the memory is by the Dueling Peaks. And you have to get all the other memories first, and you have to talk to Impa, and that's in Kuruk Village.
But how did Link end up asleep?
He ends up asleep because he almost died from Guardians, but Zelda saved him.
He was fighting the Guardians?
He tried to.
Apparently he sucks, huh?
He doesn't suck. He was just really hurt.
Yeah, so Link, you're gonna save everybody. Oh, you got hurt. Oh, take a nap.
And then all the Guardians died because Zelda used their power. And then the Yaga clan people came and brought Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. And he slept for 100 years. Now he's back.
And when he woke up, Zelda was still alive?
Yes.
Was she old?
Yes.
She was?
Yeah. She's like 112.
She looked like an old lady?
Yeah, but she didn't look like it. She looked like a teenager.
That's what I'm saying. So how is that possible? Anyway.
Because she's a champion and she's special. She's a magic lady.
Okay, cool. And she's also a princess / queen now since her dad's dead. R.I.P. Zelda's dad.
Well, people can still see him.
He's like a ghost.
Link can, and Link can also see all the champions.
Okay. What kind of other things could you do in the game other than fight?
You could explore. You could
How did you get around? You had to walk everywhere?
Oh, you can ride a horse or a bear.
A bear?
Yeah, you can tame a bear.
That's not realistic at all.
I've rode one before, but you can only ride it until you get off of it. Then it's gonna turn back evil, and then
So
you
you-
have to tame it again.
So you can't keep bears like you keep horses in your stables?
Mm-mm.
They would eat the horses.
You can make you can get like a stamina shroom or something, and it can give your horse extra stamina.
Oh, okay. Right.
There's
right.
one horse that's Ganon's and one horse that's Zelda's. And there's also legendary horses found on Lord of the Mountain.
Did you get one?
I tried to, but I didn't have enough stamina.
Yeah, you had a bunch of hearts, but you didn't have that much stamina wheels, did you? Yeah, you
I
focused.
kept on getting hearts and shrines until I got the Master Sword, and then I started getting stamina.
Okay, yeah, shrines. There's like 100 and
50?
150, 100,
10?
100 and something.
12?
How many shrines did you have?
I think over 50.
Well, I assume that's pretty good. I say that because I haven't played the game enough to know about it, but I know how the game is, but I don't know if that's a decent amount or not. But did you beat the game?
Yes.
Really? Was it hard?
I would say. I would say Calamity Ganon is a little hard once you get it down to where it's about to die, cause then it has like a force field and you have to use like a burst of fury, or you have to reflect something with your shield.
But you figured it out, didn't you? I'm proud of you for beating it. You did a good job. Let's talk about. There wasn't a lot of music in the game, but when there was music, did you think the music was cool, or were you like, I'm tired of hearing this?
I think the music at the end should have been more extreme.
Like during the fight, or after you beat the game?
And during the fight.
It wasn't extreme?
Mm-mm.
I figured it would have been pretty good.
Sounded like castle music whenever you were finding Dark Beast Ganon.
Huh. This.
Like rich people.
You might not know this, but this is the first Zelda game that had people talking in it. First one that had voice acting. What did you think about that? Like, did you think that Zelda sounded okay?
Yes.
She did? But Link still hasn't said anything yet. All he does is go. Well, I'm not going to do it. He makes the sound he makes whenever he dies. Or and he makes the sound he makes whenever he attacks. Right?
Well, sometimes whenever you talk to people and then he scares them, he does like,
Huh. And everybody else talk. Like, you got to hear the champions talk, you got to hear her dad talk. Does Ganon even talk any?
no.
Oh, okay, he just gonna growl or make a noise.
You don't
or something?
see Ganon, you only see Calamity Ganon and Dark Beast Ganon.
It's still the same person, right?
No.
It just changes into different
Calamity Ganon, well, Calamity Ganon is Calamity Ganon and Ganon mixed together.
So where did Calamity Ganon come from? If regular Ganon is just Ganon.
I don't know where Calamity Ganon came from.
Oh, the game didn't tell you? Huh.
All it told me is that, I don't know, Zelda sealed them back.
All it tells you, beat Calamity Ganon. The end. Okay, now, did you actually beat Ganon, or did you seal him away again?
I didn't, well, I guess I did. I didn't beat him, actually. He just got sealed away again
He
for
did?
the 500th time.
Yeah, so, well, Breath of the Wild 2, Ganon's back, hanging out. But if they did, kill Ganon, then they wouldn't be able to make any more. So
They could have a new supervillain.
you would think that, right? But they've been making these games for 30 years, and it's always been Ganon. Except for a couple of different instances where, like, I think Majora's Mask may have been different. That's it. I don't have a lot of experience playing Zelda games. I've never played a whole Zelda game. I thought Breath of the Wild was going to be it, but I didn't get into it.
Splatoon had to be better.
Yeah, duh. What else? What else have we talked about? Okay, now, I talked to you about the story. I talked to you about the gameplay, I guess. Do you like that you can climb on everything?
You can't climb on everything if it's too slippery.
Yeah.
Like if it's raining, you can't climb.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because duh, right?
Mhm.
You don't like it, yeah. Okay.
I also like the Lionels.
You do?
Mhm.
You like the Lionels?
Well, I wouldn't say I like them. I like fighting them, but I don't like that they're super strong.
Well, they have to be like, enemies like that you want to avoid and you don't want to go over there.
I've killed a silver one, which is an extra hard one. I've killed a regular one, and I've killed I don't know what. I just went into one of the gatehouses in Ganon's castle.
And you said something about the Master Sword earlier. Did you get the Master Sword?
Yes, it was the first thing I did after I got the heart.
Huh. Well, I'm very proud of you for doing that too. You beating this game made me feel really good because that means that you took the time to do it and you really invested. I mean, yeah, it wasn't easy. There was a lot of things that stopped you along the way, but you kept trying and you did it. So once again, we talked about the story, we talked about the gameplay, I guess. What did you think about the way the game looked altogether?
It looked fine.
Did you think it looked pretty, or did you think it looked ugly?
Well, in Lord of the Mountain, it looks pretty. In Korok Village, it looks pretty.
What about the grass and stuff like that?
It looks
rocks?
pretty, especially at the end of one of the memories. I think it's called the Silent Princess.
What about the way the people and the characters looked and all those?
And some people didn't look too good, like a guy in Ain't No Village. He looked like he had like a thing that holds girls' makeup out of hair whenever they're putting on makeup. And he had pink earrings, and that thing was pink too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the way the characters looked, like the way everybody looked, the way they were drawn.
They look fine.
It's called cel shading. You think that, like the way they looked on another game called Wind Waker, the one where you're on the boat? Yeah, we have that one too. Okay, well, talked about the story, talked about gameplay, we talked about the music, and we talked about how it looked. Now, I want you to pretty much tell me the things you liked and tell me things you didn't like about it, and then we'll be done.
I don't think I didn't like anything about it.
You did not like anything?
The only thing that was bad is like the Honixes. Some of them looked a little too creepy.
What about blood moons? You like blood moons, right?
They're fine. If you kill one enemy or cook something on a blood moon, then it'll go away.
Oh yeah, nothing makes a blood moon go away than food.
If you kill one enemy, then it'll go away. Like all of the enemies that you killed, even mini bosses come back to life. But if you get a blood moon while you're fighting Calamity Ganon, then all of its health restores.
Well, I guess you better. Is there any way to
because
tell?
On a blood moon, all Ganon's power is stronger.
Is there any way to tell when it's going to happen?
Well, at night you can see it coming up.
Okay, so it'll give you like a couple minutes warning or something.
It'll start looking how it looks in Ganon's castle or Divine Beast.
Okay. Well, so you liked the game a whole lot, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You got a little obsessed with it around the house, didn't you? Well, it's to be expected. A lot of other people did it. I wish I'd have known about how many hours you have on it. Maybe I'll look that up and put that in the description to see how many hours you have invested in this game.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you liked it because it's cool that a 7-year-old like you took an interest in a game. It's cool, and everybody else liked it and you thought it was the same. I guess that's pretty much it.
I didn't say what I liked about it.
Okay, what did you like?
I liked that you don't have to do anything you're supposed to, and something else I didn't like is that after you beat the game, you couldn't play after you beat Jenny. You had to go do a save before that or do a new game.
There wasn't a new game plus, is what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called whenever you can play a game after you beat it and do stuff. Okay, so you told me more things you didn't like, and you keep saying that you liked that you didn't have to go and do whatever. You just go where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I also didn't like that the map wasn't unlimited and you couldn't go any further.
Well, it had to be limited. I mean, it's a map of an area, so as big as it was, that wasn't enough. Really, I know a few people that might disagree with you about that. But I'm glad you liked it, Ev.
I've explored half of it at least.
Well, you got more that you could explore. I guess. Like I say, I appreciate you actually talking to me about this. Thanks for talking to me about the game, man.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, because you're the only person in the house that beat it. Other people played it, but you're the only one that beat it. So that's why I wanted to get your take, and you tell me what you tell me about it in your opinion. So, just out of curiosity, if you had to guess, like if you had to give this game a number between 1 and 10, 1 being the worst and 10 being the best, what would you give this game?
5.5.
Really? So it's just halfway good?
9.5 maybe?
I mean, it's your which one? What would you give it?
Okay, 10.5.
No, okay. Alright. Thanks, Evs. I appreciate you talking about this with me.
Bye.